guys, it's Kayla, and as you can probably tell by the title of this video, it is about what happened with Otis and what my next steps are. I wanted to wait until I knew what was happening for me to make this video, so I'm sorry that I haven't made a video in a while, but let's just get into it because this one's probably going to be a long one. Okay, so I didn't really want to make this video, but it's time that I let you guys know what's going on. I would say over a month ago, I started to really have doubts about Otis succeeding, and it was really hard for me because I didn't want to admit to myself that, look, I have this service dog and I thought it would work out great, and it's not. And it wasn't anything that I could change, it was just his personality is not right for working. And so I continued to work with him even though I was doubting it, and that was really hard for me because everyone around me was telling me, just hold out, it'll work out, everything's gonna be fine, but I didn't feel it, and we didn't have the right kind of bond. I didn't feel close to him, and I was to the point where I was like, if I got another dog, I would feel okay giving Otis to someone else. And that's not how it should feel. I should feel like, oh my goodness, this dog means the world to me. I wouldn't be able to give him up. But that wasn't how it was. And the issue with Otis was that when we would go out in public, one, he was really kind of nervous, was having anxiety about being in public, and just got uncomfortable. He hated wearing his vest. He was gear shy. So every time I would go to put his vest on him, he'd run the other way, tail between his legs, absolutely freaked out. And that stressed him out before we even left the house. And it wasn't helpful to me to have him in public because it got to the point where it was more stressful for me to have him out than it was for me to leave him at home. And that's when I knew that it just wasn't going to work out. I wasn't going to be able to have Otis be my service dog, and I had to accept that. And I have now. And so that's why I'm making this video, and it is actually really good news. I wanted to wait until I made sure everything was going to work out, but my trainer has been evaluating another dog for me, Duke, and Duke is 18 months old, and I've been working with him now for about 3 weeks, and it couldn't be a better fit. I am so happy with him. We have an unbreakable bond. It's amazing the difference it's made in my personality because I'm confident in the dog and he is confident himself. First day in training, he'd never been trained a day in his life. He went on an escalator with no problems. He pushes the button to open doors, and though I don't need that right now, I may at some point because I'm going through a lot of other health problems that I will address when I get answers to. But it's been absolutely amazing and has made a huge difference in my life to have a dog that I actually have a bond with. So that's what's been going on lately. I know that it's taken me forever to make this video, but I wanted to be sure that everything was going to work out, or that I knew what was going on before I made it. Otis we are keeping him. He is staying with us in our home. My family grew very close to him, so even though I didn't have a bond with him, they do, and they feel that we should keep him as a pet, and he's enjoying it. Everything is great about that. I wouldn't have minded giving him up to someone that I thought he would work for, but the problem isn't him not wanting to work for me, it's him not wanting to work at all. So if I thought he could work for someone else, I would have gladly given him up to someone else, but I don't think he would, and I think he's much happier as a pet. So for now, Otis is just a pet at home with my family, and I'm continuing to work with Duke, and everything has been absolutely amazing, and I'm so happy that everything has worked out the way that it has. Okay, it's good to get that off my chest. Now, for next week's video, I am actually going to tell you a little bit more about why Otis didn't work out and a trainer who basically ruined him, which is why he didn't work. I'm not using any names. I don't want to play blame game, but point of the matter is that the first trainer I had for Otis was abusive and made him the way he was and ruined his personality and his growth stage, and that's what made him fail. And so as hard as it is to admit that it was kind of my fault because I chose the trainer, but at the time the trainer seemed, you know, to be okay, and I didn't see him because he was there for long periods of time and I thought everything would be fine. But I started to feel more and more uncomfortable leaving him with her and seeing signs of things that I felt absolutely horrible about, and that's when I stopped taking him to her and found a new trainer. But the damage was irreversible, and so next week's video I'm going to tell you about that. And unfortunately Otis is not working anymore, but he is a happy pet, and I am much happier now with Duke, and just in my life as general. It has made a huge difference to finally just relax and say sometimes things don't work out, but it's because they were meant to not work out and something better was going to happen. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you all next week.